Hello everyone, today we're reacting to some spooky stories. She's gonna read them. That's Jaylene, I'm Kayana. Okay, this is Teddy.
First one. This is gonna be bad. A few years ago, my brother would get a call on his cell phone around 2 or 3 a.m. every night. He would answer it. I wouldn't answer it.
Neither would I.
And it was this hellish sounding noise, like static mixed with screams. He changed his cell phone number after a month of this, and it stopped.
Good.
Okay. Then after a week or so, it began again. The exact same noise, exact same time. Finally, one day he decided to back dial the call. It was an old man that had no clue what he was talking about. Still, the calls persisted. If he didn't answer, it would call a few more times. No messages were left.
So turn your phone on silent.
He decided to say screw it, ended his contract with his phone company, switched to a new one, and then got another new number. You guessed it, the screaming static calls continued after a short delay. But this time he was terrified every night. Unsure why this was happening, he back dialed the number again and it was a different person. Around this time, he lost his job and his phone. The calls stopped, of course. His phone was disconnected now, so one day my mom asks me to listen to this weird message she got from our home phone. Oh my gosh.
Your home phone?
It was a static screaming. We showed my brother and he was freaking out. He back dialed the number again and I said it was the number. It was disconnected this time. Never heard it again after that. I don't even know what to say.
Well, it could be someone like playing a prank. Probably someone they know. Just playing sounds.
That's what I was originally thinking, but they back dialed the number and it was some old man.
Yeah, so
It
it
was
could be
different
someone
people.
breaking into people's houses and saying that.
I doubt it. I bet it. I was gonna say it's probably just a phone glitch, but if it happened on a home phone too, no, I just burn everything. When my sister was young, my parents got her a personal phone, a landline, so that she could feel special. Yes, she was extra spoiled. It was a prepaid landline though, so basically no one could call in or out if she ran out of credit, much like a mobile phone. Anyway, every night at 3 a.m. her phone would ring. She said there was a man on the other line, and she would get really scared and come running into my room. It escalated to the point that I had to ask her to disconnect her phone before going to sleep because it was becoming extremely annoying to get woken up every single night by this person that called her. To be honest,
So don't answer the phone.
I know. It's probably some just creepy old man trying to get to her.
Yeah.
I feel like
pedophile.
that's obvious. She was about 10. I thought it was just these stupid scary movies she liked to watch. Eventually she got rid of the phone, like I would do. In any case, I recall this stopping. A few years ago we were talking about it, and she confessed that her phone continued to ring even after she disconnected it, which is why she said she didn't want it anymore.
Oh, that's creepy.
She had no recollection of what the person on the other end was saying, or maybe she's just completely blocked it out. That's odd. Maybe she thought she disconnected it, but she didn't.
Or she was replaying voicemails or something.
I don't know if you can do that, but maybe.
On a landline? At least she got rid of it though.
I mean, I would too. Why wouldn't you tell me when it's still ringing though?
Because they were saying how annoying it was. She didn't want to.
Alright. So it says, none from me, but I remember a story a high school teacher told me that always stuck with me. My former teacher was home alone when she was a child, some point in the 70s probably. A man knocked on her door and she opened her main door but kept her screen door locked. Okay, number one, I feel like, do your parents not teach you stuff? Like, it doesn't matter if you're home alone, don't answer the door. It doesn't matter if you have another door, just don't open it.
Or look through like the little hole.
Even if there's no hole, just ignore it.
Yeah, but what if it's someone who needs help?
Womp womp, you're home alone, what can you do?
It's true.
You're like, I don't know, it doesn't say the age. Oh, they kept their screen door locked. He said so the man outside said he was from the gas company and wanted to talk to her parents.
Oh, that's
She
kinda weird.
told him they weren't home. Okay, now,
You never do that.
number one, don't open the door. Number two, I feel like that's obvious to not say that you're home alone. Like, what do you learn in school? She told him they weren't home, and he, without missing a beat, tried to start forcing his way into the home. Obviously, that's why you don't tell him you're home alone. When he found the screen door to be locked, he pulled out a box cutter and started to cut through the screen.
Slam the door in
My
his
teacher
face.
ran to hide in a clothes hamper in her parents' closet. She said she sat there for about 10 minutes before the police arrived. Thank goodness a neighbor saw everything and called the police, or she probably would be dead. Also, to put the cherry on the freaking creepy Sunday, they found the intruder hiding in the attic.
Oh, that's weird. Why would you have in the attic? Say what
Oh my gosh. She told us that as a cautionary tale to lock all our doors and windows when we're home alone. Of course, naturally, I would go home from school to be alone for hours.
Yeah.
At least she's teaching the other kids that. I don't know if I'd traumatize children by saying that.
Yeah, but you're keeping them safe.
I know, but you could literally say anything here. I guess it's.
Well, if it's a long time ago stuff,
Oh, it's a high school teacher, so it's fine. They're high school kids, doesn't matter.
stuff like that probably didn't happen that much back then. That often. Like when the teacher was a kid.
I don't know. Okay, next. My grandfather died last year sometime when my mom was maybe a year old. We had dinner with the whole family every Friday night, so my son had seen him several times. My grandfather was a very quiet, proud man, but when he thought he was alone or unseen, he would make silly faces at my son to get a laugh. Okay. A couple nights after his funeral, my son, who liked to crawl into bed with us in the middle of the night, started just laughing uncontrollably at like 2 a.m. So I get out of my bed to see what's going on and find my son sitting in the middle of the living room in the dark laughing. I say, "Hey buddy, what are you doing?" In toddler speak. So he says, "Papa, funny." I got a little nervous for some reason, and I went to pick him up and bring him to our room for the rest of the night. And as I'm hauling him away, he says, "Bye, Papa," and blows a kiss at absolutely nothing I can see. Okay.
I don't even know what to say. Obviously the kid was seeing something.
Maybe he's just imagining his dad
Or his
or his
grandpa.
grandpa, maybe.
He was obviously seeing or imagining something.
But
At least he
honestly,
was happy, I guess. Hopefully that didn't continue until he was like an adult.
I doubt it. Well, we probably don't even know. Oh, it's 10 years ago, so maybe.
10 years ago.
Toddlers probably my age. How old are toddlers?
Tiny.
Okay, I know they're tiny, but how old's a toddler? Like 2? Maybe 3?
We're older than that though.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 years ago I was older than a toddler. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A few weeks ago, my girlfriend and I were sleeping together when I woke up to her saying, "What are you doing?" She sometimes talks in her sleep, but this sounded so coherent and urgent that it jolted me awake, and I asked what she was talking about. Then she woke up and said she thought she saw someone at the end of the bed. Thinking it was just a dream or semi-awake hallucination, we thought nothing of it and went back to sleep. About an hour later, I woke up and saw someone standing on the bed with the sheets wrapped and twisted to their neck. I don't know what to do, but the first thing that came to my mouth was, "What are you doing?" My girlfriend then woke me up. I had been dreaming the exact same thing that she did and said the exact same thing. Okay,
That's creepy.
you don't say.
It was some sort of spirit or like a demon or something.
Well, it was in a dream, maybe. Or sleep paralysis. Yeah, it could have been sleep paralysis, because, like,
But
you can get
two
sleep
people in a
paralysis
dream.
from being stressed, and if she had sleep paralysis, and then he got stressed
Give
about
her the
it.
exact, almost the same thing, saying the same thing. Did he ever? Is that the end of the story? He never asked her what she saw.
Yeah. Well, it said it was the exact same thing, so he must have asked her, but it was, like, obviously he just didn't write it.
It was like sleep paralysis, especially with like someone standing there with sheets wrapped around their neck or up to their neck or whatever. It's creepy. I'd be scared.
Okay, about a couple weeks after I was born, my dad's best friend, Jim, died. They were really close, and one of the last things he wanted was to hold little me before he passed. His wish was filled, and some short time after that, he was gone. Fast forward 7 years. I'm now a happy 7-year-old with a 5-year-old brother and recently born sister. One day, holy crap, Kayana.
I
Don't
kind
do
of
that. So, recently born sister. One day, the phone rings, and with my mom out and dad in the washroom, I thought it was going to be ignored, as we kids are still too young to answer the phone. Okay, you're 7, so yeah, makes sense. So no call display. We didn't know if it would be a stranger. But my brother broke the rules and answered. Hello? At this point, my dad is out of the washroom and is asking my brother to hand him the phone. He ignores him and keeps listening to whoever's speaking. Before my dad could ask a second time, my brother hangs up, looks at him and says, Jim says hi. He misses Skywing Nova, then goes back to playing. The look of shock my dad had is what I remember most about this.
That's the end?
Yeah, so basically, the dad's dead best friend called, which I bet it was, I don't know, probably an awful, cruel prank. Oh, that'd be so bad. I'd be terrified.
It was probably just a really bad prank.
Or his best friend faked his death because his best friend was the actual biological father.
What?
Never mind.
Well, could it also been like the kid playing prank? Because the kid wouldn't let the dad hear, right?
The kids don't know.
Oh, they didn't know at the time?
The kids didn't even know Jim.
Yeah, but they might have just been saying stuff. Just kids are like that.
But how'd they come up with that, like, brand name or whatever the heck it was?
Maybe their mom was in on it.
That's cruel. I get what you're saying. That's like a cruel prank. Like, that's awful. Okay. See how long this one is. Here's one that happened to my sister a couple years ago. Background info. She and her now husband are house sitting for my brother-in-law's uncle. The uncle is old and starting to lose it. He rents a basement suite and a nice lady lives downstairs. She cleans the house when she's there, but he wanted my brother-in-law to come check on things and feed his old cat once in a while. Okay, so first day they go to the house.
Cat's gone.
Okay, so first day they go to the house sit. They get sweet. It says sit, but I think it's supposed to mean sweet. They get in, but can't find a cat.
Knew it. Called it.
Oh my gosh. To make sure it's okay. My sister has cats and know they like to hide when they are dying, so they are all worried and are looking everywhere for this cat. In all rooms, under the beds and everything. Even check with the lady downstairs. She hasn't seen it. So my sister opens up the closet in the spare bedroom and is looking around stuff on the floor. Moves a couple of things and sees a set of feet.
Cat feet? Human feet?
Feet on the ground in the closet, with clothes blocking anything above the feet. The feet had nicely painted toenails and look human, but she assumes it was a doll or something. They look in a few more places, and all of a sudden, the cat is in the middle of the living room, just hanging out. So I lock the deadbolt and leave.
Okay, and day 2, do they go and they smell it? Okay, dead body? Like what? You find another one? Keep reading. I don't know.
I really hope they call the police. Why wouldn't you look into it? That could be a literal body.
Yeah, and then you're gonna get framed for it. Or not.
Sister and her boyfriend go out for dinner and a movie, and she can't stop thinking about the feet and how real they looked. Obviously, my sister had started dating her boyfriend fairly recently and didn't want to seem crazy, so she didn't bring it up. But a few hours into the night, she decided she needed to tell him. He decides it's probably a doll, but offers to go back and check anyway. When they arrive, my sister will only stay on the patio because she's scared. Relatable.
Okay, but if there is like some sort of killer and you're on the patio,
I wouldn't be going in there.
I would wait.
I'd be terrified. If there was a body in my closet, I wouldn't be going in there. I wouldn't even go at all.
Yeah, just stay home, I guess. But then you don't know if your boyfriend or husband or whatever is gonna lie.
Oh well.
Or if he's a killer.
Womp womp. Which makes him realize that this must be something serious. They go to get in the door, but the deadbolt is now unlocked and the handle is locked. Now he thinks there must be someone in there. At the door there's a fireplace, so once he's in there, he grabs a sharp poker stick from the fireplace tools and starts to sneak towards the closet. He opens the closet and sees the same set of feet with painted toenails on the floor. He pokes it lightly with the fire stick and the toes crunch up.
Oh, so it's alive.
Oh my gosh. He proceeds to smack the foot as hard as he can with his sharp stick and yells, "Get out of there!" Out comes a lady in her mid-30s, holding a cat and a can of Coke. Turns out she was friends with the basement tenant. When she became homeless, the friend let her stay with her until she found out she was addicted to crack. Started leaving drugs around the house and had shady people coming into the house, so he kicked her out. Somehow, she got a key upstairs and had been staying there while the uncle was gone. Police were called and she was arrested.
At least she was alive. At least it wasn't like a dead body in the closet.
Crackhead in the closet.
Find some more. Don't touch my phone.
At least it wasn't a body.
Yeah, if it was a body, it would be a lot worse. But if it was, they would have smelt it.
Thanks everyone for watching Creepy Stories with the Havanka twins. And I hope you people have a great rest of your day, or night, or week, or year, or month. We'll be back with another video. I don't know when. Sometime. We don't really have a schedule. Bye, children.